Man City will be keen to return to winning ways in the Premier League as soon as possible. Now they'll shift their attention back to the Champions League and will travel to Turin to face Juventus on Wednesday, match day 6 of the newly formed league phase. Now, Man City made a decent start to this league phase, but they've since dropped 5 points across the last two games, losing 4-1 to Sporting Lisbon and then throwing away a three-goal lead in that 3-3 draw against Feyenoord, a
Yeah.
fortnight to go. They're down in 17th in that big 36 team table, 2 points behind the top eight, which is the automatic last 16 places with 3 games to go now. And two of those are big ones away, Juventus and PSG. So how important is it now for City to turn up and get a positive result on Wednesday?
It's everything. They absolutely have to. Like, City just need the results because it isn't going to get any easier. You know, PSG coming after that. And there's a real worry that City might drop out. You know, well, I mean, they're definitely going to go, as it currently stands, they won't be in the top eight. Is it? It's what is it again? 9 to 24, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. For the
For the
playoffs.
playoffs,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
right. Yeah.
crazy. I mean, then you look at the level of teams in those playoffs. You know, and is it seeded the playoffs? I don't know how it works. Or is it just literally a random draw?
Um, I'll have to I'm not entirely
No
sure
idea.
myself. It's
None
a
of us
bit
know.
confusing.
But either
There's
way,
def
if it's not seeded, I mean, you've got currently as it stands, Bayern, Atletico, Milan, PSV, Juventus, you know, Real
Yeah,
Madrid. It's Real Madrid could miss out as well. PSG
yeah.
aren't currently in it. Aston Villa are in there as well. Sporting, they've already given City a scare. So yeah, basically, it's not look. You'd presume it'd be easier, but and you presume all those teams I mentioned would have been in the top eight, but that's just not the case whatsoever. So, and we City do not need two more fixtures right now. They really desperately don't because the amount of games is already crucifying City as it is. So this game is of the highest importance to Manchester City. I think it is because what 3 games? So who's it? Juventus, PSG, and who's the last game? I can't remember.
We've got Club Brugge at home, so
Club
that's a
Brugge.
favourable
Oh
one
yeah,
on
yeah. Okay,
paper.
that feels like a banker in any other year, and let's just say it is for the sake of it. So if City can get a victory here, you would presume 2 victories would get him in the top eight. Not a guarantee, but you would think it would do. Even with a loss in one of the games, so 6 points gives City a very good chance of getting that top eight. No guarantee because there's the 2 points off at eight. I'm still getting my head around this format of this competition.
Well,
But
I've just quickly looked it up then, and there is a seeded section. So from places 9 to 16, they'll qualify for the knockout, the playoff section as a seeded team. 17 to 24 unseeded. So there is a little bit of seeding in that. Um, But yeah, I mean, for City
yeah,
now, it's this is important now to obviously they want to get in the top eight and 2 points behind, it's not impossible. The issue is those two big away games, and with the form that they're in, if they were going into this flying, you'd fancy City against anyone. But now
yeah,
it's a bit tricky. Having said that, Juventus themselves have not been that hot themselves. They're unbeaten in the last nine, but they've actually drawn seven of those. Each of the last four. The last Champions League game they drew 0-0 with Villa. And they most recently drew 2-2 in Serie A, rescuing a from going from 2-0 down to rescue a 2-2 draw. Um, so yeah, this it's not going to be easy, but neither team really go into this on fire. Looking at Juventus' squad, is there anyone in particular maybe you think City should be wary of?
yeah. I mean, Vlahovic, obviously, and he's the kind of guy who will score against us. Locatelli, you know, quality. Ex-City lad Danilo there as well. Constance, Timothy Way. Yeah, look, they've got really good quality players. I think everyone knows that. They're not quite as sparkling maybe as Juventus teams of yesteryears, but you have to take them seriously, especially in Turin, you know, a phenomenal stadium. So I'm expecting this game to be pretty tough. I'm really confident actually. I feel like it's the way that City play, and I think I know everyone's aware of City's form, but I think Europe, in theory, can be a sort of yeah, I think people they'll be taking City seriously. Put it that way. I don't think Juventus will be looking at City as a team as one in nine. They'll very much expect City to control all the ball, and therefore they might sit deep a little bit. I'm optimistic. I'm hopeful. I feel like if you know if Grealish and Doku can get back into the team again, I don't know what we'll do defensively. Just the thing is with City, you just never know who's available. Like every single week is so unpredictable. Like the lineup is it changes every single game because it turns out someone else is on. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if we get to press conferences like, oh, Bernardo's not available now, or something like that. So you never know. But I think if you can play a team similar to Forest, obviously without you know Kanji and Aki, um, I think City might win this. I think we might surprise some people. I feel like Grealish and Doku will come back in, and I'm pretty. I don't know. The only thing is, I don't know if De Bruyne will start a third game in a row. That's the only thing to me. I'd be amazed if he does, which immediately obviously sets my expectations a little bit lower because he's still by far City's most creative player. I don't think Foden's going to be available either. I'd be amazed if he's fully back to fitness after his bronchitis and stuff. Yeah, it, everything actually probably screams draw again for Juventus, which is what they do. And I don't think City will lose though. I'm reasonably confident they'll rise to the quality, and I think City are still in an upward trajectory. Even though it was a draw at Palace, I think City they'll be frustrated, but I think Guardiola's pretty impressed by the attitude at the very least, and the want and the urge for sort of reconciliation. Like you can tell that they want to go in the right way. So I think this will carry on. It won't be pretty, but I think one of those things where the result won't be what City necessarily wanted in a draw, something like that, and it'll be frustrating for some fans. But I still think there'll be some sort of green shoots of recovery. I reckon.